defense
so you're
budgets.
neutral and barely have an army? Don't you get nervous? The military budget's bigger than you think. How big is it? It's as big as that guy's. This is the perfect weapon to use on fraud.
Is it real?
I mean, terrorists. Why spend anything? He keeps me island safe. I know what you mean. He has my back. Missions a go. Hoorah! Do you know what this means?
That's so funny.
More
Healthcare.
money.
I said healthcare. That's why they have good healthcare. Well, to be fair, in this example, the British is the one that pays for Ireland's defense, and they have pretty good healthcare. As an American, I've heard people really like it over there, right? That's always the joke we say in America, though. Like, basically, insert whatever target country, they're gonna find out why we don't have free healthcare. So essentially, Canada and Ireland here are very similar because they rely on a bigger neighbor to mostly do a lot of the protection for them. I'd be worried if I was Ireland, though. He seems a little bit preoccupied with just attacking France. I feel like at the end, Canada should have said more syrup money. Canada and Ireland aren't as different as you may think. They both have peaceful, but can be aggressive citizens, the only difference being hockey and beer pubs. It's just kind of funny because Canada is like 60 times larger than Ireland is. They do have a surprising amount of Irish ancestry over here in Canada. Maybe not as much as we have in the US, but a pretty good amount. You know what, actually, if you're talking purely percentages, actually the Canadians have us beat in Irish ancestry, but just 9.5% of all Americans being Irish means that's almost the entire population of all of Canada. It's close, very close. If anyone else tries to invade me, the big guy next to me will defend me. If the big guy wants to invade me, I'm fricked anyway. Either way, why waste time and money worrying? These, by the way, are the newest Countryballs set that I will be selling very soon. I will let you take your guess on what they might be. Might actually be kind of difficult because I somewhat broke a rule here for this one. We'll talk about that very soon. However, that does mean the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand are disappearing forever. So if you've been holding off, you probably don't want to hold off much longer. You're probably going to want to go to makeshift.com right now and get yours today because they're going to be gone. So sad because I really liked this like cheerful summer background they had right here, looking at the beach and the waves and the trees and the... Oh, rest in peace, summer. Britain's worst nightmare.
Why are there two of you?
Oh, God. This is his worst nightmare. Oh, how did they learn this ability? Bro. Okay, this is reminding me of, well, it's reminding me of this one monster from Yu-Gi-Oh! That could multiply sometimes. Oh my goodness, this is so horrifying. When will it stop? Oh.
Sweet, merciful Christ.
Please kill me. So this is obviously a play on words for Viva la Revolucion, but instead he's saying replicación, which is why he is just kind of multiplying here. That's been a common theme in the Countryballs universe, to take that phrase, Viva la Revolucion, and then kind of like throw some thing around it. I've seen, what is it, rotation? I don't know what the hell I guess I just meant revolution, that definition of it, as like a globe sort of spinning. But there's also Viva lo resolution. This just doesn't hit the same with my stupid accent. Sometimes I feel like this is just how the French Countryballs here really gets back at the British, just to be that annoying little brother. You know how you just want to annoy the crap out of your little brother or your older brother sometimes? To be honest, I think these two balls are about the same age, but either way. France, why are you expanding? Viva la recolonization. France, why are you doing nothing? Viva la relaxation. I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce that right. France, why are there police at my door? Viva la implicación. I can only say it with like Spanish accent. France, why are you changing the color of your flag? Viva la recoloration. That's pretty funny because they did actually do that. Master Diplomat. Oh, that's Cambodia and Thailand. I knew about this one. I saw this.
Cambodia, stop fighting. No! Stop fighting.
Malaysia.
Okay.
That
is how you diplomacy, dipshit.
Oh, that we hurt their feelings. I mean, he hurt our feelings. And it's kind of hilarious because, you know, Malaysia obviously looks exactly like us too. Maybe they just thought that we were the Americans. Did they have their glasses on? I would definitely understand if Cambodia never wears their glasses out anymore. Just considering their history and stuff, you know. What's funny about this is, so first of all, I did see that apparently there is still maybe rockets being fired from Cambodia into Thailand even after the supposed ceasefire, although I'm hearing a lot less about that. Maybe that was just like a momentary thing. However, very soon after, all of a sudden America did finally do the master diplomat role, at least bringing peace to Armenia and Azerbaijan. We'll see how long that one lasts. This conflict was going on there for, I think, a couple years, at least like 4, right? Unfortunately, as of recently, there was a Thai soldier that was injured by a landmine near the Cambodian border, but so far it sounds like this ceasefire is kind of holding up. They did have talks in Malaysia, which I'm assuming is why Malaysia made the cameo there. USA is entering his Cartman era phase. I think we've actually been in that phase for quite some time, if you think about it. The fact that the Malaysian flag looks like the USA makes it even funnier. It is like Malaysia saying to USA, I am you, but way more effective, especially in ASEAN, for sure with the ASEAN nations. Isn't Malaysia and the USA cousins since they're both colonized by Great Britain? That's a very good point. We are kind of cousins. Our fun, much more effective Asian cousin. Meanwhile, in North America, aw, look at all this beauty. This is in Europe. This is in Europe, but that's a good taco.
These are the best goddamn chalupas I've ever had.
Oh, that's
Bring
a
me
chalupa.
more.
Sorry.
Si, senor.
Canada is so jealous by what they see going on in Europe versus what is happening in their home continent. And can you blame them? Just look at this. There's Nordic love between Norway, Finland, Denmark, Sweden. There's some Alp love in the Alps between Switzerland and Liechtenstein. Czechia and Slovakia are, I guess, once again making love, combining, whatever. The lowlands with the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, and even Britain. Those are long-term rivals. You know, besides the part of Germany forcing Greece to work so that Greece pays back their debts. But that's not even that bad. There's still a heart by both of their heads. I have absolutely no doubt Canada really wishes they could be European right now. At least the US and Mexico look, cordial, I guess. Although now the U.S. is talking about how they're going to send in forces to take out the Mexican cartel. I don't know how cordial that's going to last. A loyal enemy is better than a fake friend. That's a crazy first comment. It appears that Greece is kind of loving it. Time to bring back the Spartans and get to business. I thought I was the only one thinking this. Isn't there a lot of incest in a way going on in Europe with that first couple frames there? I don't know. Honestly, when you think about it, North America has always been one giant, very dysfunctional family. By the way, I don't know why I am not in Boston, Massachusetts. Don't show up here thinking I'm going to be there. I don't know how to get rid of that. However, when Europe is not one very loving and cuddly family, basically the entire world blows itself up. So just saying, we should all be very thankful that this is now what they're deciding to do. Productive production.
You must build. For example, I am build car.
That's what Germany does. So does Italy.
I am build plane.
Okay, France builds plane.
I build mechanical appliances.
Is that true, South Africa?
I build ships.
Oh, okay, Korea?
What do you build? I build waffle.
Okay, I thought we were gonna go to Africa and the Congo. Belgium builds waffle and Swiss make chocolate. Actually, to be honest, the Swiss make a lot of things. They make watches. Love that it's Germany here teaching everyone. South Africa, France, who's their neighbor, Belgium, who's also their neighbor, and South Korea. I'm trying to figure out what this title means, though. Productive production. It appears maybe we're just joking on the fact that Belgium doesn't really do anything. Belgium just exists because, well, that's the question. Nobody knows why this place exists. Now, I'm pretty sure Belgium just exists to be the speed bump of Europe, so to slow down Germany when they invade France again, because Belgium is always doing that. Sometimes they're not as effective. Gotta ask Google this one. Actually, I'm gonna ask the AI here. It's a historical, political, and cultural factors, particularly the Belgian Revolution. And it's kind of funny because I feel like we just kind of force Belgium to be important by putting the EU headquarters here, by putting the NATO headquarters here, by putting one of the biggest rave events in the world, Tomorrowland, here. What the hell, Belgium? They do apparently make a lot of chemicals, steel, metallurgy, food processing, and textiles, though. Germany, Luftwaffe, Belgium, Luftwaffe. Whatever works, that's right, Belgium. Here's a funny play on the words that I think is going over people's heads. A CAR refers to the Central African Republic. So CAR is that nation in Africa. Germany, you called? Germany, no, I meant CAR. Oh, okay, no one wants me. Everyone's always ignoring the Central African Republic. Polish accent.
Why do you not speak with Polish accent?
That's Indonesia.
This is a good question. Indonesia?
And that is Poland.
You see my flag is upside down? Yes. Accent is upside down too.
Ah.
What?
That kind of makes sense. Everyone's always confused by this, and unfortunately, this is like the best way to tell if like there's a country ball poser out there. In the country ball universe, it states as rule number 1, you must draw Poland upside down. Period. That is just the rules. I did not make them. I came here after that rule was already years old. Literally stated in like the 4th paragraph here. It is funny how since its flag is drawn upside down, its flag would now result to be the same as Indonesia, also Monaco ball. But yes, this does help to explain why Poland's accent might not be super Polish. It's got to be a little bit weird. Their accent is upside down too. Speaking of upside down, where the hell is Australia at? Oh, was it the Soviets that stole it? That would make a lot of sense. They're probably upside down because they just really want to make it to space. Maybe they can think if they turn off gravity, they'll fall up into the sky. Maybe that's the explanation. It's also because Poland lives in Australia. You know, all things considered, the fact there's over 200,000 Poles that live in Australia, that's quite a bit. It's actually 50,000 if you account for people that were literally birthed in Poland that moved there. Man, we just needed Monaco here to complete the trifecta of flags with red on top and a white strip down below. The graveyard of empires.
Huh?
That's Afghanistan. This is why you do not lead.
What?
You do not leave.
I told you not to leave Afghanistan.
Britain knows best. This is referring to the Americans when they pulled out of Afghanistan. Obviously, Afghanistan is known for being the graveyard of empires, and for good reason too. Look at all the people that are here in the afterlife after they invaded Afghanistan. Whether it's the USSR or the British Empire, or is that Alexander's Macedonia? I don't know why we didn't listen to our dad here. Like I've said before, Afghanistan literally acts as like a poison inside of your nation. The longer you occupy it, the more the cancer cells are going to begin to grow. I mean, that's my only way I can explain it. How else can you explain this thing? There's tons of reasons that make Afghanistan pretty OP. One of the biggest things that I always talk about is their geographical challenges. They literally sit right here by the world's biggest mountain range in the world. Not to mention, they've been invaded so many times throughout history. These people have a lot of experience defending their homeland. I mean, you can even include more in there. Also, the Mongolian Empire. That's the biggest contiguous empire in history. Afghanistan needs to be named Graveyardistan. Hilarious. I'm pretty sure that whole Sun guy, he probably said something like this, right? I don't know. I never read Art of War. To occupy Afghanistan is easy, but no one can hold it. That is the key. Like, people take it over. They just can't take it over forever. Dance of the Conquerors.
Same thing we always do.
Oh no.
Try conquer Eastern Europe. But I'm not want conquer Eastern Europe.
Belarus?
I want to dance.
Too bad. What? Okay. Oh, look how cute they are. Interesting to see Russia, they're looking pretty thick. Double cheeked up even. So we're playing on this title here, Dance of the Conquerors. Wait a second, is this just one of their Eurovision performances? Whenever they get let back into that. Keep in mind, one of the most famous ballets probably in history, Swan Lake, was from a Russian composer too. This is how far Eurovision would fall without Australia, yes. By the way, in the USSR, if some poop was happening, television was showing ballet instead of news. Classic. I guess we in America did the same thing here when like the war in Afghanistan or Iraq was going badly. We'd be like, hey, check out, I don't know, what was it? Jersey Shore? Weird things going on with Michael Jackson. You always got to try to learn from one of your biggest rivals out there, right, America? Commutes of the world. This is what it's like in the USA. Oh boy.
50 stars, 13 stripes, 1 nation, and 0 miles per hour! Come on, drive! I will turn this Ford into a drill trick, I swear to Bald Eagle!
Gotta love that car-based infrastructure, right? Yeah. Netherlands, everyone just riding a bike, of course. That's crazy, bro. Bro, that's uncalled for. Austria too? Austria's the bad guy, of course, for Italy. That, I did not expect that to be the punchline. I don't think I've ever seen Italian commutes to work. Apparently it is just going through some pipes and taking mushrooms. Can confirm as a LA resident, this sucks. And this is exactly how it is. Where I can't even go like 5 minutes without some sort of traffic. There's just way too many people. Like, I don't even want to get into this rant right now, but it's just like, man, we did this to ourselves. We're just like a giant country that said, hey, what if we said screw all other forms of transportation and we just decided to do one, cars? What could go wrong? Meanwhile, China right here is looking really peaceful. A lot of the world, I mean, China's in a really good situation. Japan too, South Korea, Asia and Europe do a good job with their metros and trains. This is probably the more efficient way we should be doing it. To be fair, you know, New York's got their subways. It's pretty nice just in that little corner right there. Great Khan fails to invade Japan. What? What year is it? And no one loves bikes more than the Dutch. Trust me, I saw it with my own eyes. Everyone loves to make fun of the Netherlands for this because, like, basically every single person bikes over there. But you know what? These can actually be extremely useful tools for invading other countries. I'm serious. They don't require gasoline. They don't require oil. They take really little maintenance. Literally, countries in history use this. In World War II, they're called bicycle divisions, and a lot of different nations use them. I mean, Japan took over, what was it, like all of Malaysia or Indonesia just on bikes because they ran out of oil? Yeah, it was Malaysia. Also parts of Singapore as well. So anyways, the point is, just be very careful when making fun of them. They might be planning on invading all of Europe one day. I love how Italy's method was made by Japan. Old Axis brotherhood, it still holds up today. Also, that's a rare rivalry that we don't talk about often enough, but Italy and Austria rivalry, that still exists today as well, I guess. Meanwhile, in Germany, we have insert reason why train is going to be like an hour late. Denmark just uses Legos, basically. It's the Lego version of the Netherlands. This is called atonement.
Pay for past crimes.
Jawohl. Ammo for Ukraine.
Okay.
You must give more to pay for past crimes.
Poland
Weapons for Ukraine.
is mad, I guess.
Give more!
Tax for Ukraine.
More!
Das war's all. Ich have no more weapons. Now what?
Money.
No more weapons? Now I really make you pay for past crime.
Nice. Very smart, Poland. Bro, do not underestimate, just because Poland has been, well, like slapped around in history, militarily speaking, well, in a lot of ways speaking, Poland is actually a very powerful NATO member. They actually are hitting the 2% defense budget thing that basically the USA wants everyone to pay for. I mean, funny enough, it kind of just comes down to geography, whether or not you're paying that 2% requirement for all of NATO. All of the countries that are very close to or once bordered Russia or was once in Russia, of course they're paying their 2%. But no, Poland is very important to NATO and probably the most important, if not the strongest out of all these blue nations, at least out here near Russia. I mean, they'd kind of be leading the charge, especially if all of Ukraine falls. Then they literally border Russia once again. I mean, they border Russia outside of Kaliningrad again. According to NATO member states military ranked, Poland is in 8th place. I've seen other reports that have them a little bit higher. I mean, they're not too far behind Germany. Look at that. But this would be a genius way to get back at their Western neighbors if they had Germany just give it all of their military stuff to Ukraine and then Poland just rolls into Germany. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I don't think I've ever said that phrase before in my life. I don't even know why I said it. Germany, I will pay for my ancestors' past war crime. Japan, what's war crime? It's not my business. Psst. Hey, America, are you done deleting all my naughty documents? What? I don't even know if I followed along with that. Germany, what about a nuke? Poland blinks. Poland, I thought you didn't have those. Germany grins slightly and evilly. Evilly. No one will hurt Polska ever again. I do think that is their strategy nowadays. They just aren't going to let anybody hurt them ever again, no matter what the cost. All of a sudden at the end, Germany starts morphing into a rectangular object. His colors change from black, red, and yellow to black, red, and white. Poland would co-wear, whatever. They're talking about the Reichtangle. He is the most terrifying in the universe after all. Again, check out Makeshift.com. Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, they're about to be gone forever. Thank you to my patrons this month. Drew seems like the kind of guy who never loses the remote. Drew's Argentinian Trust Fund, Rip Grandpa. Drew Supremacy League. Alexander the Terrible. Carmel S. Connor Pavlik. Douche Baggins. Frederick Tiblin. King. Bear Hayes. Luxembourg Lover. Miglu. The Goat. Nolan. Nord Tyrol. And Tambrin.